This is Jürgen, Lederhosen Salesforce, and today I'm going to talk to you about the big changes in Salesforce email. The basic move is all to one connector called Salesforce, or plugin and extension, and everything else goes through it in a functionality. So you get the email to Salesforce, and then you get the functionality like inbox. You can't use it for free Gmail or free Outlook, but you can use it for paid versions with a dynamic calendaring, right? And then of course there's always this, which is BCC email, the whitelisting. And let me show you that right now. So of course you go right up here, you go to settings, right up here, right here, settings. You go down to your emails, right? And then regardless of what your Salesforce administrator does, right, if you can copy this into your Outlook or Gmail and save it, this is your backdoor into every Salesforce org, but you have to whitelist it. See, so here it's like jurgen.hohen@gmail, jurgen.hohen@iCloud, SFDC hacks, right? That's how you insert, and then you can see, always send them to unresolved or automatically link. If I have duplicate records, attach it to all the records, etc. Do I have any excluded domains? No, I don't. Some people do, like Gmail, right? But this is where that's set up. So let's go to the next one, and that is where are the setups then for email to Salesforce full functionality, right? So that one needed no administrator. You could do it yourself. Correct? Absolutely. You could do it yourself. It works great. Fantastic. I do it all the time, because sometimes things break and I need the emails to connect. So here, when you look at this org and you're looking over here, your administrator has a lot of functionality, like in here, email to Salesforce, right? All the settings, Gmail, Outlook, email, Lightning email templates. This is where all this gets set up, and that works great. But they basically have to give you the permission to do inbox. And this is what we're going to talk to next. Where is the inbox? Inbox is in the Chrome extension, or you find it here, extensions, right? And then you look for inbox or Salesforce. Everything's going to the Salesforce extension, and that's going to get pushed through, right? And then here, if you look here, Salesforce extension, Salesforce, you download it. Here you can see I have Salesforce inbox, which is the one right over here. That's correct right there. And with that, you'll get this functionality. Let me show it to you in the next one over here. And that is share your availability. So it's dynamic calendaring. It works great, right? You can also easily log emails into Salesforce, which is, of course, easy to do. And then you can connect your email into Salesforce with CRM. And the last thing is you have some Einstein in it, right? But the Einstein with scheduled sends, you have to train it. You really have to train Einstein. That's not a maybe. You have to train Einstein. You don't want to code. You want to train, right? And like this calendaring capability right here, it works great. And let me show you how that works. So here, I have this, right? It's right up there. Do you see it? In Outlook, there's also a little widget there, like Inbox or Salesforce. It's both. See, that Salesforce Inbox has access to the site. 2, it'll also be in an email in your Outlook where the 3 dots are. Instead of like this, they're sideways, right? Here, I'm going to sign into my org, blah, 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 skip, CRM. If you're using Okta, right? If you're using Okta, and that is key, you have to go to the custom site, which is right there, the custom domain, because it's a security issue where the first time you sign in, it's Okta, right? And that's where the custom domain comes in. Versus I'm not using Okta or personal security, but here it would be something like, see how it says https domain.mysalesforce.com? That's your company's name. Say you work for Cisco. If they're using Okta as kind of the gateway for security for everybody, then you need to go use the custom domain here, which would be cisco.my.salesforce.com, the first time only. But since we're not using a Okta or other layering here, I'm just going to do this, lederhosen.com, and then I'm going to allow it, and I'm in. Now we have visibility, right? Into here, who is Excella, who is she? What are the records? What are the tasks? Should I create a new record? Sure, I can create a new lead. What the heck? Right, this is right into my org. Mrs. Whatever, right? And basically here, I'm going to abandon this lead. Here, for instance, let's see if I can't find something like Volker. Revised contract, 3 leads. Director, partner, see how this people with records here, we can do this, we can do some settings. Oh, there's a personal problem. Salesforce personal, but basically here's all this functionality with a dynamic send. So let's say I send an email, let's compose an email to volker.sandiego@gmail.com, test, right? People with that record, I'm going to link it to that record. Great. And then here is the calendaring. Here is all this other stuff. And this is where you get that dynamic calendaring here. And that's Salesforce Inbox in addition to just standard email into Salesforce, which is standard functionality. And with that, I want to say thank you so much. So, in conclusion, Salesforce extensions are moving from Inbox and Salesforce to just one extension, Salesforce, and then building the functionality through it. And then if you need the additional functionality with Inbox for dynamic calendaring, tracking, email, like when people open and what links they click, that's Salesforce Inbox. And Salesforce Einstein linked with Inbox just works great. But don't forget, you can always just do the BCC like I showed you, and that's every user has access to that. But you need to whitelist your emails. You're at Lederhosen SF or Jürgen at Gmail or whatever. That's the thing you need to do. Right? So there's the BCC. Nobody needs to enable it, but you need to whitelist your name to those other functionalities. And then also tell your administrator that you want to always save the attachments. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.